Hey guys, welcome back. This is actually gonna be part two of the video of the seat. I want you to rip everything off of it. I bought some burlap. Have to run out and do some stuff, but all this removed without so I can kind of take such. It should be relatively quick. It's just basically something. Hardware, but it's not much. It's savable. I think the fact that it include no front window, no rear window, bothers me. Order the catalog for those seats. That will come in soon. I'm gonna go and keep it the original black. Or if I'm gonna go but let me go get one. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Couldn't find a decent utility knife, but I don't really feel like cutting myself again. This thing was already enough. So, a pair of these shears. I'm gonna cut through this on fire. Just shoot some of this stitching in here. I noticed the stitching is the only thing that is holding up. That's the part that doesn't break. The leather in between. And this really crappy foam. Cutting this stuff out. You can really wrap it on here. So when I try to redo this seat, I'm gonna have to try to mimic without it being stupid. So I'm gonna do this one on camera. Like the whole working apart. And then I'll do for you a little bit of the rear seat in another video. Other than that, the other a lot of what we've done off camera for the other ones, and then I'm just cutting this up. It's not like crazy. Let me get the camera a little closer so you guys can see what I'm doing and not as much. Here I go. Really close. I'm doing this in here just because I don't feel like I'm gonna vacuum every 5 minutes with this. Just from just taking it apart in the last video, there is like a lot of pounded dust I had to vacuum up. Which isn't a big deal, but just respiratory wise, it's not fun. And I'm in this pretty small shop, so it's pretty easy to breathe that stuff in really fast. Plastic, any thin piece of metal I don't want to cover it through. I'm already down one side, so. So I've watched actually a few videos on people who professionally do these seats. No one really sews this stuff anymore, because I've done some motorcycle seats and other car seat covers, and I've sewn it myself. And it's a lot of trial and error, you know, touch-ups here, tightening, loosening, moving the foam. With these, for something to do with the car, I'd rather just get someone who has almost the identical, you know, what it used to be. You know, factory new. It's only a few $100, so it's not crazy expensive, just in my opinion. I am going to be doing the foam and the burlap in-house because I was able to buy almost 25 feet of burlap for 20 bucks just at Walmart. So I'm not gonna get a chance to really not do that. The seat actually is a lot better condition than I thought, rust-wise and corrosion-wise. So I think I'm gonna just clean it up, vacuum, brush, and then get it a light coat of that anti-rust paint. Yeah, I'm just, like I said, I'm just taking these. There's no rhythm and rhyme to this, just cut where you cut. I mean, it's literally flakes apart in some areas. But, like I said, the stitching is what's impressive. Like, it actually is taking me 2 hands for a quick close to cut through it. So, the stitching is the only thing I didn't get out on the seat. Only thing. Everything else did. The plastic, the foam, burlap, the metal wires that hold it together. That all stays great. Yeah, I mean, over here there's a little bit of corrosion just because this is inside the water body. Let me check another way to hold this up. Look at that. That's just some asbestos. I'd use an old pair of scissors. Oh, that's getting good. But I really feel like dulling them, especially when I like to use them for the new fabrics, and I like when they're nice and sharp. And I hate sharpening scissors. I might do a little short on how to do it. A really good tailor taught me how to do it. But gardening shears. I also bought a little bit more sheet metal. That's when we get the dust off. Bought some more sheet metal last night. So the trunk lid. I'll get the old metal cut out today. Probably in another video after this one is posted. I don't have the most room on my phone. That's why these videos kind of seem short sometimes and longer than others. Oh, this is still. I do not know how this is going to come off. So I only have about 20 minutes at a time, maybe 25 if I'm lucky, for how I do these videos. So that's kind of the big issue. If I do a video 20 minutes straight, I can actually push it to 30. But then again, there's no editing, there's no stopping, nothing like that. So if I can avoid that one. It's amazing to see the upholstery techniques they use, because it's very durable. You know, you have to make for 55 years without windows on some of the sides of the car. It's still really in good condition for what it is. Drivable? No. But to be like, wow, that lasted 50 years. There's not many cars on the road today that are going to last 50 years in the treatment a lot of these classics took. There's cars where you leave them sitting on the street for 6 months. They don't run right. Seats are already going bad. Tires are rotted. So, you have to admit, the way they manufactured stuff back in the day, they were doing something right. Oh, see, I have to redo these too. I should cut these in there. So from what I understand, this burlap, all this does is hold down these springs and keep them from puncturing the foam in the new leather, pleather, vinyl, whatever you put in the seats, cloth. That stuff is an option on these things. That's literally all they're there for. This is, I'm gonna cut through this. That's crazy. But all this, honestly, you could redo this seat like a poor man's way, like I usually do with motorcycles. Go to your local fabric store, buy some foam, some burlap, maybe some leather, and then just do it. If you want to just get this thing rat rod and driving, I want this to be a bit more of a show car, so I'm going to spend the time, the effort, the money, make it look a little bit nicer, but I'm still doing it in a cheaper way than taking it to an upholstery shop and then getting charged, $5-6 grand for a few seats. Especially when this can be done in the house with most stuff you have around the house. So, this would, a utility knife would be good for this. I try not to cut these wires. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop the video here for a little bit, do this just so that I can, talk with the mechanic, and then we'll get back when I take off the back plastic and get it back down to bare metal. Okay, so we've got most of the big stuff off. All that's left now is just this little bit of leather, pleather vinyl. I actually don't even know what it is. Actually, I just found a build tag hidden inside here. 1968. Well, last thing is these little, I don't know, 68 looking staple things that just, it looks like mechanic wire, to be honest, just around the frame of this, holding in the back part of this. You can just cut right through those. Obviously, just put something in front of your face. They also bend out of the way. Most of the time they're rusty, they're corroded. Can't reuse them, and it's not worth sandblasting these. I think it would end up just eating through it. Literally just a little piece of wire can replace these. I'm gonna take probably a Scotch Brite or something, and just work on this rust. There's no way this is gonna fit. It's like they literally bent those in the sandblaster. But again, it's like the last that's left. No wires fell through, which is good. So once this stuff's off, we can get ready to get painted. I'll pop a little bit more off, like those wires back there for the back of the seat. It's like if some place wants just to corrode, rip apart, and then some really want to last. But we're almost done with the top of this. And don't forget, this is only half. So at the bottom half, it should be a little easier because of the shape. We'll get this one done completely. Get that one started off camera. I'll do little bits here and there on camera, and then we'll get them sanded up, painted, let them dry for a couple hours. I just want to get rid of this stuff because it's gonna basically sand down the foam, and it's gonna make it fray, turn the dust a lot faster. So a lot of this build is gonna be 20 cents a paint. Is gonna save you a headache down the line. So I'm gonna get a flathead screwdriver in a second and just start breaking these out of here. So you guys can see it. Most of these are broken anyways, just for the amount of corrosion and pressure from sitting on it. But a few of them are still hanging on. I also want to make sure this is nice and clean for that new leather and foam, because I'm saving some money on the foam, so that's not the biggest deal, but those new seats are expensive. See, if I was just gonna go for restoration / drivability, I'd use some vinyl leather. Or vinyl knockoff leather you can buy at any fabric store for a few bucks a yard, and then just sew on a cover. Nothing crazy, just to have something to cut around in. But since I want this to be more of a showpiece, take it to car shows, something was, you know, someone who's a fan of the old show, even movie, can, you know, they'll see it, they'll ask to take a picture, you know, they'll enjoy it with me. So I wasn't doing the YouTube channel when I bought the car originally, but as I was buying the car, we had to stop. Me and my two cousins helped me get the car at Home Depot to pick up some stuff, and just sitting in the parking lot for a few minutes, the amount of people who came up, you know, go Dukes of Hazzard, love the Charger, and it was sitting on a trailer looking all rusted and disgusted. So the fun part is going to be when it's done. Did that not cut through there? That's crazy. So yeah. But I'll get just another minute of this, and then we'll come back when this is fully ready to be painted. It's these little circles of metal. They are deadly. Because I would take them off by hand a bit more, but there's going to be tetanus on those too, so I'll try to save that. And some of you are probably wondering, well, why is doing the upholstery when there's a lot of body work to be done? So I ordered all the panels. Those will be here when they, you know, whenever AMD wants to get them here. So when those are here, I'll have more body panels ready to go. And I'll do videos of restoring each piece that could be restored or replacing. Like I said, the trunk lid, restorable. Hood, not so much. So let's keep trimming this leather off. But once I stop the video, I'm gonna grab the screwdriver and just pop these all off. We'll be right back. Okay, we got all the foam, the old vinyl leather, those stupid little metal rings, they're all off. Now I'm going to take these off since I'm going to try to save these, since those can actually be tossed in the sandblaster and get cleaned up. And from what I've seen, they're actually relatively hard to find. I don't feel like making them. So, these cut out. I'll figure out what the heck this is. It's like braided paper. A few of these rings are going to be left behind just because they are for mounting this. So, only rings you guys are going to see left behind are going to be those. Make sure none fell through. It's okay if one or two fall through. I'm going to be using a little bit stronger materials and more readily available stuff. So that will fix a lot of that, but she is cleaned up as of now. And I'm gonna pop the Velocity's hardware and get it ready for paint. Oh, so we get this out of frame. Probably wondering why I let it slam like that. Just gets the dust off a little bit better. We actually might do that one first just to have the cardboard lined out already. This part 2 video will end with them pretty much disassembled, ready for the foam, the burlap, and the new seat covers. So I'm going to pop that one up. It's right there. Get that one completely torn apart. Vacuum. Yes, I am in my Crocs. And get them painted in this video, and that's how this video will end. So let's pop that one up here. We'll do a little bit of the teardown with it. So we'll be right back. Also, I'm going to be buying the engine soon. If you guys want to see the vlog of buying the engine, you know what I do negotiation-wise, when I get it for prices, let me know. If not, I'll when I get it here, get it set up. I'll be doing another series inside this one. I like tearing apart the engine, painting it, making it look nice, getting it ready, making it more reliable. I'm not going to daily this thing, but if I do, I want it to not need 45 minutes before I can even leave the house. So. Okay, so we got this one up here. Same deal. Let me get it ripped down. We'll start from the back this time, see if that helps. There's literally not much watch this one. That one's a little bit more complicated because of the way that it was wrapped. But this one, I think I can just start cutting into it. Literally anywhere for how cheap the leather has gotten over the years. But again, look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that. That held up a lot better than most of the materials on this thing. So just get this cut up. A couple minutes of this stuff, and then we'll come back once it's done. I will say, when I try to save the vinyls and leathers when I work on seats, it's hard. But being able to just slice this open makes this a lot more fun and interesting. So we'll get the vinyl removed on this side. We'll pop out some of these pins, see if we can kind of pull it off. Actually, you know what? Let's pop these pins first. Another thing, you don't always have to go buy brand new tools for every single job you do. Sometimes a broken tool can be repurposed. So I broke the screwdriver years ago, and then I just sharpened it into like a little pick that I can use for stuff like this, for staple pulling. And it's a little blunt so it doesn't pierce the fabric, but it actually works really well popping out these, I guess, staples, but it works. So saves me a few bucks, doesn't let a tool go to the trash. Honestly, it's also good practice. Getting all the use out of something before it really has to be thrown away is what you want to strive for when building, especially something classic. That I can't run to the store and get a lot of parts for this thing. I have to order them, rebuild them, get lucky. So this is something that got really about. So I'm actually gonna, instead of cut this up as much, I'm gonna pop out staples here, and we'll come back when it's fully taken apart. Get a screwdriver for this. Most of the hardware is already pulled off of this thing, so we'll be right back with the skeleton of the seat. Let's pop that off real quick. That's gonna be a little bit of a pain because it's rusting on there, but once it's black, that oxidized coat, we'll see how it's gonna look. We'll get the burlap put in another video. I'm gonna have a few more videos coming out with like trunk lid. I'm gonna bounce around a little bit so everything's not too repetitive. Like I said, I watch a lot of YouTube videos too, and I get annoyed when it's just the same repetitive thing over and over. Sometimes I like to bounce around. Watch them do engine. Watch somebody else do upholstery, stuff like that. So we'll be back when this is all torn apart, ready for paint. And we'll end this part 1, part 2 of the painting. And there you have it. Completely stripped, painted. And now I will get, in the next video, when I have all the parts, put all the hardware back on, figure out how the upholstery goes. I'm pretty sure it's separate since they do come apart anyways. So I don't have to cut anything. So we'll get those separated, put on, making it look nice. I just looked at the other seat. It's actually in really good condition. That one might just be restoration on the leather itself. They do come in a pair, so I'll make that judgment. But I got all the rust removed, used a little bit of rust remover, got the paint in there, sealed it up nice. I'll probably go back with a second coat. I ran out of the can because I used it on a lot of the trunk lid and the hood, other stuff. I've been playing with the car a little here and there. But we'll get all that looking nice. But that'll do it for this video. Next video will be the trunk lid. Toss all the hardware back onto it so it doesn't get lost in the big old shuffles. Usually I have baggies, but I don't actually have any at the new house right now. So I'll probably head to the store a little later. We'll do some plastic welding on this stuff too. Pick up some sandwich baggies, a nice bright marker, and label everything like it should be. I don't have to share the garage, so I don't have to really worry about it too much, but just to be safe. Put all this stuff, I'll clean all that up, get it restrung. Still gonna sandblast these parts and do the same rust removing paint on them. So I'll probably put that in the sandblasting video, just so it's It's more sandblasting content anyways. But yeah, stay tuned for the next video.